You probably know someone like this. They're not rich. Their life isn't perfect. But somehow they seem lighter than everyone else. They laugh easily. They're not constantly wound up, and stress doesn't seem to stick to them the way it sticks to most people. Here's the part that surprises people. It's usually not because something huge happened to them. Most of us assume happiness shows up after the big win, the promotion, the relationship, the house, the goal finally reached. But if that were true, every successful person on the planet would be happy. And we both know that's not how it works. What actually shapes how happy someone feels is much smaller than that. It's the tiny repeated stuff. The small decisions made almost every single day that quietly train the brain to notice good things instead of scanning for problems. Today, we're going through 10 of these habits. Not the drink more water, wake up at 5 a.m. advice you've heard 100 times. These are smaller, weirder, and honestly easier to actually do. Pick one by the end of this video and try it today. That's the only real test. Habit 1, talk to someone you don't know. Most of us are experts at ignoring the people around us. We scroll in elevators, stay silent on the bus, avoid eye contact at the checkout line. We're surrounded by people all day and barely connect with any of them. But there's a well-documented pattern in psychology. People consistently predict that talking to a stranger will feel awkward or draining, and then it doesn't. It almost always feels better than expected. A 2-minute chat with the barista, a comment to someone walking their dog, asking the cashier how their shift is going. These moments feel throwaway, but they trigger something real. A small hit of connection, and connection is one of the strongest predictors of daily mood we have. You don't need a self-help book for this one. You need one sentence to someone you'd normally walk past in silence. Habit 2. Give your brain something to look forward to. Think back to being a kid, waiting for a birthday, counting down to summer break. Half the joy wasn't the event itself. It was the waiting. The brain genuinely lights up more during anticipation than it does during the actual moment sometimes. Most adults quietly stop doing this. Life turns into a loop. Work, chores, sleep, repeat, with nothing scheduled that you're actually excited about. So happiness fades, not from any single bad thing, but from the absence of anything to look forward to. The fix is almost embarrassingly simple. Plan a meal you actually want tomorrow. Save the next episode for tonight. Book coffee with a friend 2 days out. Order the book you've been eyeing. None of these are big. But when your brain has even one small thing waiting ahead, your mood today shifts, because anticipation is doing the emotional work in advance. Habit 3. Break your daily path. This one sounds too small to matter, which is exactly why almost nobody does it. Your brain is wired for efficiency. Once it learns a route, a routine, a pattern, it runs it on autopilot. Same street, same shop, same scenery, day after day. And over time, life starts to feel dull. Not because anything is actually wrong, but because your brain has stopped paying attention to any of it. Take a different street home. Walk into a shop you've never been in. Notice a building you've passed 100 times without ever really seeing it. New input wakes the brain back up, and an alert brain experiences life as more vivid, more interesting, more there. Sometimes the fix for feeling stuck isn't changing your whole life. It's just changing what you look at on the way home. Habit 4. Dress up for a normal Tuesday. Most people save their favorite clothes for special occasions, but special occasions are rare, and ordinary Tuesdays are constant. So why keep the thing that makes you feel good sitting in the closet? Wear the shirt you actually like. Put on the shoes that make you feel like yourself. Not for anyone else to notice, for you to notice. The way you present yourself changes the way you carry yourself, and the way you carry yourself changes how the rest of the day tends to go. A lot of confidence gets decided before you even leave the house. Quick pause. If you've actually tried any of these habits so far and not just nodded along, drop a comment and tell me which one. Knowing this stuff doesn't change anything by itself. Doing it does. And if you want more of this kind of content, subscribing helps a lot. Okay, let's keep going. Habit 5. Build a mood reset playlist. You have one. A song that flips your mood almost instantly. Energizing, nostalgic, whatever it is for you. Most people only stumble onto that song by accident. Happier people use it on purpose. Pick your reset song ahead of time. Then, the next time you're stressed, flat, or just mentally fried, play it immediately. Stand up, move, sing badly if nobody's around. The point isn't looking good. It's interrupting a bad emotional loop before it settles in. Emotions run in patterns, and sometimes 3 minutes of the right song is enough to break one. Habit 6. Do something with zero purpose. Adults have this obsession with usefulness. Everything needs a reason, a result, a point. Kids don't work that way. They run around, draw, build weird things, laugh at nothing, and none of it needs to justify itself. It's just fun. When's the last time you did something purely because it made you smile? Not for money, not for productivity, not for anyone's approval? Kick a ball around, draw badly on purpose, play a dumb game. You don't stop having fun because you got older. You got older in part because you stopped letting yourself have fun. Habit 7. Put your phone in another room. Most people underestimate how much low-grade anxiety comes just from a phone being nearby. It doesn't even need to buzz. Part of your attention stays parked on it anyway, quietly checking, quietly waiting for the next notification. Try leaving it in another room for 20 minutes. The first few minutes feel oddly uncomfortable. Then something shifts. Your thinking gets clearer, your focus gets sharper, and you realize how much mental bandwidth was being quietly drained by a device you weren't even actively using. Habit 8. Track what's finished, not just what's left. Everyone keeps a to-do list. Almost nobody keeps a done list. At the end of the day, write down what you actually got through. Every task, every small win, every promise you kept, even tiny ones. Here's why it matters. Your brain naturally leans toward the negative. It fixates on the one unfinished thing and ignores the 20 things you actually completed. A done list corrects that bias directly. It's proof on paper that you moved forward, and happiness tends to grow from visible progress, not from chasing perfection. Habit 9. Subtract one thing a day. Most of us spend our lives adding more apps, more stuff, more commitments, more noise. But happiness might actually work in reverse. Try removing one unnecessary thing a day, an app you never open, a file cluttering your phone, an obligation quietly draining you, a habit that isn't helping anymore. Less clutter creates more space, and more space tends to create more calm. Sometimes the upgrade isn't getting more, it's carrying less. Habit 10. Watch the sky instead of a screen. Add up how many hours you've spent staring at a screen this week. Now think about how many full sunsets you've actually watched, start to finish, probably close to 0. That's worth fixing because a sunset is a quiet reminder that the world is still doing something beautiful whether you're watching or not. For a few minutes, stop scrolling, stop rushing, and just watch. No goal, no productivity angle, just being present. A lot of happiness lives in exactly the moments we're usually too busy to notice. So here's the actual point of this whole video. Happiness usually isn't waiting somewhere in the future, hiding behind some perfect moment you haven't reached yet. It's mostly built from what's already around you: a conversation, a song, a sunset, a small win you almost didn't notice. Pick one habit from this list, just one. Do it in the next 24 hours, not next week. Watching a video about happiness won't make you happier. Actually, doing something will. If you made it this far, comment the word happy below. That's how I'll know you finish what you start. Please like this video and subscribe. If this helped you, I break down ideas like this every week.